I hope you all like my set. Afterwards, you come up, get my personal information, send my wife a thank you note for letting me come. I'm so bored. I can't take another episode of CSI. Grissom this, Grissom that. Oh. That William Peterson, he's a fine-looking man. I'd leave you for him in a heartbeat. He makes me want to finger myself. My God, you ever wish Mormon missionaries would stop by the house? You want to talk about Jesus? I want to go for a ride on your bike. All right, come on in. My wife needs the Lord. I get the hell out of there. I hear, you son of a bitch. I never go anywhere unannounced. When I was single, I hated when people would stop by the house if they had your phone number. Give me a call, you're coming. I tell you what, I just got to the point I'd go to the door naked. That's the only way they'll learn. Punishment fits the crime. Now I pray for that doorbell to ring. I don't care if they're naked. I learned a lot. I never go anywhere unannounced. I don't. I always call first. When I get there, I sit in the driveway and honk my horn. I'm white trash. I learned a lot. I think, in fact, the fact that I used to call my first wife before I come home. I think that was the secret to the longevity of that marriage. I learned something from her. Women, they don't like you to give them ultimatums, do you, ladies? Especially when you all have a boyfriend on the side. You'd rather we just play dumb and hope you forget we have a 401k. My God, I remember when I confronted her, I said, woman, you need to make a decision. It's either him or me. And she's like, well, I got to think about it. Well, all right then. That was the first time in months I felt like a man walking back to my sofa. Y'all didn't think I was sleeping in there with her, did you? Good God, sounded like she's watching Storm Chasers. Oh no, look how big it is. Oh my God, you sure that wasn't a cow? I don't go all out for that hooting and hollering and shit in the bedroom. I know a lot of you guys like that, having your ego build up. My attitude is if she's not complaining or leaving, I'm doing all right. I like to make love with the window open. I like to hear the birds and enjoy nature. I thought she was on the same page. Nope. Yeah, I remember when she took me out to dinner a couple months later. Day after Christmas, in fact. I got my steak. Got ready to get into it, and she's like, you remember when you gave me an ultimatum? I was like, yes, I do. I said, well, I decided I don't want you. Yeah. I realize now in retrospect that was a bad time for me to ask her to pass the steak sauce. She didn't forget about my 401k either. That was weird because she hooked up with a guy who had money. I guess she wanted to feel like she was bringing something into the relationship, like he had his million and she had my 13,000. Do you want to put them all together? Probably put them in a higher tax bracket. I made out pretty good though in that divorce. A lot of guys don't. All she wanted was half my 401k. She let me keep the trailer, which was a good thing because I went in debt building on that addition. I didn't have to pay child support because I drank some of that contaminated water down at Camp Lejeune. I'm shooting blank. I'm shooting dum-dum rounds. I'm good. Thank you, Uncle Sam. And I got married again because I'm not very smart. I read somewhere that men who don't masturbate have a 50% higher testosterone than the rest of us. It's true. When I met my second wife, on our first date, we were both ovulating. My birthday's Tuesday. Anybody want to take a guess on how old I am? Yeah, close. I'm 57. Yeah, I am. I'm 57. I got drunk for the first time last year. Yeah, I did. I got remarried. The one kind of caused the other. I'm just kidding, folks. I got married and then started drinking the way God intended. We had a quick courtship too. We didn't get married in a church. We got married in a courthouse because she's not religious and I'm a devil worshiper. A lot of times, sometimes it's so quiet when I do that joke, you can hear people's buttholes tight. I'm not a devil worshiper, folks. That's too much motivation. I don't have that level of motivation. If there's a hell and I want to go there, I'll just be myself. I ain't gonna be standing outside going, oh, I can smell the brimstone now. If I'd put forth a little effort, God damn it, if I'd have sucked that dick in band camp, I'd be in there. I'll wait. I love my wife, though. She's all I talk about now in therapy. He's tired of hearing about her. I can see the earbuds. It pisses me off. I pay my copay. I'd say something to him, but he wouldn't hear me. I don't have any luck with therapists. My last therapist told me I should face my fears, then charged me an office visit when I called him from jail. I didn't even know you could get arrested for walking around with your flying zip. That's my fear. You guys ever seen a guy walking around with his flying zip? He's oblivious. He looks like an idiot, don't he? It's always men, too, never women. I've checked. I don't know what the hell I was afraid of. Nobody noticed. I got depressed. Nobody looks at my crotch. I pushed the envelope, pulled my shirt through the zipper hole. Sir, can you come with us? You have the right to remain silent. Son of a bitch. I love my wife, though. She's quite a character. Marriage changes a man. I slouch a lot now. It's easy without a backbone. Well, I got one. She's just got it mounted on the living room wall. I got this on our honeymoon. My posture's bad. People think sometimes I'm doing an impression of a question mark. I can't use public urinals. The backsplatter burns my eyes. My wife's 30 years younger than me, so yeah, like I said, I ain't very smart. She's tough too, my goodness. She was a prison guard for 2 years. Oh yeah. I'll fight if you back me in a corner without my cell phone. But I'm not an aggressive guy. The most violent thing about me is restless leg syndrome. And that ain't good, because in the middle of the night, my leg starts twitching, she starts dreaming she's in a cage fight. I gotta tap out and head to the sofa. Then she talks shit in her sleep. I thought so, bitch. I seen a guy punch her in the face at a party. Yeah, I got up to be a man, but she beat me to it. Oh my God, it was scary. She grabbed him, put him on the ground. It was like a Rottweiler with a rabbit carcass. You ever seen a woman whoop the shit out of a man? It'll match. When she got done with him, I went in the kitchen and made her a sandwich. Yeah, she's tough. She's awesome, though. She's bossy. I don't know what it is. I attract bossy, assertive women. Yeah, I don't know what it is. My dad told me when I was 11 years old, he said, son, you can acquire a taste for anything. Of course, he was talking about Pabst Blue Ribbon. I applied it to women. I've been walked on so much in relationships, you'd think it's a wonder I don't have a foot fetish. My wife's always telling me what to do, turn, sit, stand, breathe. Thinks she has to tell me when I can get off, like I don't know the basics of motorcycle safety. I love her though, you know. There are days I'm so eager to please her, all I get out of it is a sore neck. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Any of you fellas ever spent the whole day hanging drywall? God, I'm not looking forward to the holidays. You guys? I don't look forward to buying freaking gifts, man. We got to jump through hoops, don't we, guys? But women, they just phone that shit. Y'all suck at buying gifts. I'm tired of acting happy about it. Ooh, a coloring book. You big spender. Oh, it's the thought that counts. You didn't think to take the Dollar Tree sticker off. I'd rather have gotten nothing, because all I got was attitude. I hadn't been seeing you coloring in that coloring book I got you. So I had to go out, buy a box of crayons, cost more than the coloring book. Wasted a whole weekend because I'm a perfectionist, making it look all nice and pretty. She's like, since you like Lion King so much, I got you Finding Nemo. Son of a bitch. Last summer, she bought me edible underwear from a rummage sale. I think they were salmon flavored. I could be wrong. It was hot. She was wearing them all day. After sex, she had a cigarette. I had acid reflux. I'm glad I'm married, though. I was worse at being single. I ain't gonna lie. I suffer from social anxiety. I should say I have social anxiety. Other people suffer. Talk to me after the show. I guarantee it'll be miserable for both of us. I get offered weed all the time. I ain't stupid. I accept. I know it makes people feel good to give. Aren't you afraid weed is a gateway drug? I am not. I use MacBook. I can't believe you smoke weed. Do you think I got these man boobies doing push-ups? I don't think so. It's rough living with social anxiety, man. People don't respect it, you know? Like, you just need to get over that shit. I was like, oh, okay, Dr. Phil, I just want to stick out my hand and watch as they squirm in disgust from my nervous palm sweat. I break out in blotches and all over my body when I get upset or nervous. I do. You want to talk about social distancing? COVID-19 don't have shit on leprosy. I take my shirt off to get in the pool. It's like somebody yelled shark. Neighbor lady flies out the back door, snatches up her 2 kids, which is fine by me. Those little inflatable pools aren't big enough for 3 people. Sometimes having a mental illness, that can come in handy if you ever have like a social faux pas. Like any of y'all ever dropped an F-bomb in church? Sorry, Tourette's. Yeah, I used it in a sentence. I'm getting better. And if you have multiple personality disorder and you jerk off, you can tell people you had group sex. People are amazed I do stand up with my social anxiety issues. But you know what? I actually have an easier time talking to an audience than I do people one-on-one. Yeah, it's rough on my love life. How many of you have ever tried to arrange an orgy? Or join one uninvited? How'd the first orgy happen? Was it planned? Was it spontaneous? Was it an accident like the old Reese Cup commercials? Hey, you got your peanut butter in my girlfriend. Who had the courage to suggest the orgy as a communal activity? I can't even tell my wife my sexual fantasies. I get all nervous. I feel like a dude at the bank trying to get a loan with really bad credit. My wife asked me a couple weeks ago what my sexual fantasy was. I fucked that up. Oh, I said the first thing that come to my mind. I said, I'm on a deserted island with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon and we're naked. She's like, what about me? I'm like, what? All right, you can come too. It'll be hot. You can bring us drinks. You can't make a woman happy. That just goes to show the difference between men and women when it comes to sexual fantasies. Like if she told me she had a fantasy of getting gangbanged by the LA Lakers, I would just assume in that scenario I had the evening free. I'd go visit a friend, see a movie. I wouldn't be lobbying for a position in the starting lineup. She don't want to see me lurking around in that sausage forest. Am I up? All right, call me. I read something. Did you know what the most common fantasy among men is? Sexual fantasy? 2 women at once. That's right. That surprised me. Of course, why would I know that? I spend all my time reading the Bible. See, that's different. I like to focus on one woman at a time, satiate her in every possible way. Then when I'm done, she can let the other woman come in. I'm devoted. I just have a short attention span. I blame social media. These young girls today, man, like I told you, my wife's 30 years younger than me. When I was a when I was a teenager, I was a young man, you had to date a woman for a while to find out her wild side. My wife on her first date, you got any kinks? I said, yeah, my lower back. You give massages? I wasn't any bit good at being single, man. I hated it when people fix you up. Don't y'all hate that? Find out just how little they think of you. The girl's nervous, they're excited. You're like, what the hell did I do to you? You got to go out with them. You can't turn down a woman in front of other women because y'all ladies talk. That shit spreads like wildfire. It gets back to the hive mind. You're fucked, dude. You're ruined like Louis C.K. I just go out with her. There's no law that says you got to talk to a woman on a date. I just drive. You're awful quiet. I'm saving my voice for later tonight. During sex, I'm a screamer. Hell, they get out of the car right there. I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to pass myself off as a prize. I've seen fear materialize in some women's eyes who got fixed up with me that were really pretty. Oh yeah, you ladies are nice though. You try to get us guys to back out of the date, you know. Like one woman, she was fine. She's told me right off the bat, I just want you to know I got a nasty rash around my nether region. I was like, well, you need to know my childhood hero was Evel Knievel. No guts, no glory. You give me a chance, I'm jumping that canyon. Another woman told me, started trying to scare me, tell me about all her sex toys, her whips, paddles, and strap-ons, thinking I'm going to be all 50 Shades of get me the fuck out of here. I stayed. She misread her audience. My inner freak came alive like John Waters waking from an afternoon nap. I hate singles bars. They call them places meat markets. I see why, the way women look at you and then quit looking at you. By the end of the night, I feel about as sexy as a shrink-wrapped cow's tongue. They call singles bars meat markets. Do they call gay bars fruit stands? It's just a question, folks. I tried that eHarmony.com. Y'all heard that? They guarantee there's somebody for everybody. I signed up, uploaded my photo, got an immediate response, a refund. Hell, I took their personality test. It said I was narcissistic, self-absorbed, and clumsy in bed. I think that was just a lucky guess. Who isn't a little narcissistic? Who isn't a little self-centered? Who hasn't been kissing somebody and accidentally stuck their nose in their eyeball? Just me? Okay. I don't know why the hell she was kissing with her eyes open. Was you afraid I'm going to steal something? Dating sites, I hated it. What is it with women who put half their face on their dating profile? What are y'all hiding? I'm looking for love. I don't want to wind up an accomplice to a DC Comics crime lord. What is it with women who post like 2 pictures of themselves and then 2 pictures of their dogs? I'm confused. Are they dog lovers or shapeshifters? I'm not prejudiced. I just don't want to date a demonic being. You know, I never posted pictures of my Xbox. It's a package deal, ladies. You're going to have to love both of us. I'm in my 50s too, so like I'd be looking for women in my age group, and you'd find a woman, she'd have like 4 pictures of herself that are current, and she'd always put, like they always put 1 picture when they were 18, smoking hot in a bikini. Why put that picture? Is that in earnest? If they invent time travel and we hit it off, you can go back and get some of that. That'd be cool. I'm just afraid she'd want to go back to the 18-year-old version of me. He wasn't very impressive. I know where she'd probably find me, naked in my room, tickling myself to a poster of Jessica Rabbit. I'm proud of one thing. I've never sent a woman a dick pic. I'm not proud of the reason I haven't. Would I send a dick pic if I had a big one? I'd like to say no, I really would, but my personality has to do a lot of heavy lifting, folks. I'm not a people person. It would be nice to be able to just take a picture and go, voila, ladies, I'm a douchebag. But you know you want it. And you ladies ever ask a guy for a dick pic? Don't do that. Oh, it happened to me one time. I swear my dick has social anxiety. It starts shriveling like a dog that's seen the vacuum cleaner. She's like, I'm waiting. I'm like, don't rush me, woman. I'm scrolling through the app store, tickling myself, trying to find a filter. They don't make any for us guys. I had to use Snapchat, wound up looking like a robin's nest with 3 eggs in it. I read a magazine that said, if you want to make it look bigger, shave it down there. They're full of shit. My wife was madder than hell. She said, what the hell did you do? I ain't touching that. I'll have to register as a sex offender. I have a friend who's all depressed because one of his celebrity crushes came out as gay. It's like, I made fun of him. I said, what, you think you're going to go to Los Angeles and run into her at Whole Foods or Piggly Wiggly and you're just going to say the perfect thing and she's going to fall in love with you? That ain't going to happen. I ran into Lita Ford coming out of the Wabash Walmart the night before she performed at Brandt's Harley Davidson. I was not cool. Like, you're Lita Ford. Like, she don't know who the fuck she is. She said, yes, I am. And I squealed and farted at the same time. She didn't hear the fart, but the door greeter fella behind me was gagging. Oh, that's it, drama queen. Grab your inhaler. I just got the hell out of there. Didn't get a picture or nothing. But I understand, you know, like, even if it's somebody famous you're crazy about, there's no possible scenario where they'd ever want to be with you. Like, I love Rihanna, the singer. I think she's a beautiful woman. One night I was going through leaked celebrity photos on the internet. Came across her ex-boyfriend, Chris Brown. My God. This thing, I felt like a rowboat dry dock next to an aircraft carrier. I'd feel bad if I was that big. I'd walk into showers. I'm sorry, guys. This is ridiculous. I know it ain't all it's cracked up to be. My back always hurts. I have a hard time finding clothes. I'd have reduction surgery if I could. I'd be happier at this point with a head and a sack. I couldn't stop looking at it. I'm not gay. My eyeballs got caught in a gravity well. It was so massive it was warping space-time. Hell, I can't even fantasize about Rihanna anymore unless it's some kind of humiliation bullshit. Like, ooh, baby, tell me again how it looks like a bald man hiding in the bushes. Thank you guys for coming out tonight.